Canadian fellows. I want to bring you up to date of what is happening in the healthcare system now in Ontario. Our dear healthcare system. I think you all know that we have a crisis and a lack of doctors. This is very well known. We used to graduate 1,200 doctors a year. The government has reduced it to 700 a year. This year, approximately 700 plus graduated. What does the government say? We have no money to pay them. We have about 2,000 foreign doctors that have passed their exams and are ready to practice as resident. What's the government saying? We don't have money to pay them. So it's not that we have lack of doctors, it's that the government is not willing to provide enough funds to cover the fee for those doctors. The second problem I want to bring up is that we have an aging population. Thank God that we have that, because our health system has been extremely good and our old people have matured to the 80s. So that's one problem that we're facing. The second is that we're getting about 80,000 of new seniors per year. And the third, that our population is increasing by 1.2%. All those people will need medical care. What does the government say? We don't have money. A third problem. Most of the doctors have had their job increased to the maximum. They cannot take any more. They cannot put anything more on their shoulders. A lot of them are retiring because they're getting burned out. A lot of them are looking for other jobs. Some of them are immigrating to other countries. Now, you know that when you were working and the economical crisis came and there were 2-3 workers, they reduced the place of work by 1 or 2 workers and your load increased. That wasn't very pleasant. Well, our load has increased to the maximum and we cannot take it anymore. Why there is no communication between patients? Why the service is not as good? Why there are so many errors? Because we are rushing to cover up for all the amount of people that have to be seen, and we cannot do it any other way because there is not enough doctors. Well, another problem is that probably you don't know, or you know, that we have in Canada the amount of politicians per capita in Canada is the highest in the world. If the government knows that we have no money to cover our health system, why don't they cut the politicians by half? Why don't they reduce the politicians' salaries by 30%? And then we will follow suit. Isn't that logical? They expect everything from us, but they don't give an example. It's a shame, but that is the situation. I want you to fight for your health. I want you to write letters to your government. Complain, tell them that we need the basics of life, which are health, food, and shelter. Those are the number one. It is not building casinos. It is not having lavish receptions for foreign people. It is not sending our troops to another country. It is not buying ships to kill other people. It is first our health, our food, our shelter, and our jobs. That is our principle, our main concern. It is not my fight. It is not the doctor's fight. It is yours. Please help us and make your country a nice and progressive country, and maybe we can get our health system to the point it was before. Now, to end this thing on a lighter note, I'm going to tell you a story. There was a barber, and the barber decided to work for free 1 day a week. So a florist came to his shop, and he cut the florist the hair for nothing. The florist the next day sent him a dozen of roses and a nice card. Next week, a policeman come. And the policeman also brought him a dozen of flowers and a nice card. But the third week, you know who came? A politician. And you know what the politician brought the next day? 12 more politicians to have the haircut for free. Well, you know, we change our babies' diapers every day. I think it's time that if the politicians don't comply with our desire, we change them too, for the same reason. Thank you.